Thank you for tuning in to Talkwad.com, the world's fastest growing internet radio network. Please check out all the other great shows on www.talkwad.com. Welcome to Guitars, Bars, and Local Stars, hosted by Mark Ski and Lee Pons. Covering all things music, from live performances and local stars to every facet of the music biz, from venue ownership to musician management. Brought to you by GoTonight.com, James World Entertainment, and Billy McKnight and the Soul Circus Cowboys. Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts, Mark Ski and Lee Pons.
And good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Guitars, Bars, and Local Stars. Got a quick disclaimer here after that brilliant intro music. This week, it's going to be hosted by yours truly because Mr. Lee Pons is in the middle of moving this afternoon, and he just couldn't make it. So I'd rather be here than helping Lee move. So I'm glad I am. But he'll be back next week like normal. But he said to say hello to everybody, and sorry he couldn't make it today. Guitars, Bars, and Local Stars is brought to you by our great sponsors, James World Entertainment, GoTonight.com, and our guest today, which is Mr. Billy McKnight of the Soul Circus Cowboys. And we also have Terry here on one of his guitar players in the studio with us. And we also have Terry's girlfriend, but she just didn't want to be on the camera, but we want to say hi to her. And
That's a first.
Yeah, and she's just hanging out with us. So I want to thank you guys for making the effort to get down here with us today. And basically, we advertise this show every week with different topics that we want to talk about and themes that we're kind of going for. And the theme this week was why can't we all just get along? And basically, I think Billy has a lot of ideas for different marketing ideas and different things to do in the local music community to kind of bring people together and maybe improve the scene for everybody, not just even the musicians, perhaps the venues as well. And but first off, I'm going to turn this over to Billy and Terry and let Billy tell you a little bit about his band and what they're up to. And there also will be plenty of the Soul Circus Cowboys music today, so it's not all just going to be chat. So take it away, Billy.
Well,
Thanks.
thank you for having us.
Absolutely, sir.
Yeah, I'm Billy McKnight, sing for the Soul Circus Cowboys. Terry Cole's my guitar player. And it's more for me, it is not so much getting along as working together. I think that this area has amazing talent all over it. I get to go out and hear it. Some of them friends, some of them people I just get to watch. And I think if we find a way to work together, maybe put more shows together instead of being so spread out all over the place where audience have to separate to go to many different venues. If we could find bands that'll group up in one area and group up in another area so everybody's getting it, but we group up and we bring all our audiences together, then everyone gets to see each other and become fans, and it creates a bigger scene. I've gotten close with both sides. You know, we play for clubs, festivals all the time, and I hear their side of the story and how, back in the day when the live scene was bigger here, they could pay bands more because people were going out to them, which justified paying. Now we're all spread out. All the bands are spread out, and so not as many people can come everywhere. So how are they going to raise the value of the show? So if we can find a way to pick 3 bands per Friday and Saturday night at different areas, and each one of them, maybe we get bands or tickets. Each band gets 100, and you sell them to the people who are coming out to see you, and then you make a deal with the vendor or something. This is something I have to say. My wife Corey over at Jackson, this is one of her ideas too. And then you get something from you make a deal with them. With what they make on booze or what they make on meals or however you're going to do it. But you're responsible for selling some tickets so you know what your pay is coming in plus what you can make with them. And then you bring those audiences together, then wow, you're putting on a bigger show you're actually playing less. You know, you can play harder and give it more you got because you're splitting your time with other acts. And then who's ever your fan is getting to see the other acts. And we, as a community, as Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, we, as a music scene, grow. And we start getting people to come in here, and word gets out. Well, hey, you know, these particular 3 acts are going to be at this place, and these particular 3 acts at this place. And it could work both ways. It's not going to happen overnight, and it has to be discussed, and it has to be trial and error. But I do really believe that I have found when I have matched up and our band plays with other popular bands, of course, it's a given we're playing for bigger audiences. I use social media. More likes come, more comments come. They're now listening to our music. My people that come out to see our shows are listening to bands we share stages with. It's a better time. It's more fun. I enjoy to sit on the other side of the stage and watch these great performers. And it's a thought that I've talked it over with friends and other bands, and everyone's on board. But it's going to take not just talking about it today, but actually organizing it and putting your 2 cents in and following through and getting together and making bigger shows here in this area and causing a scene, you know, bringing a scene and then reaping what we sow from it.
Mm-hmm. I actually kind of saw what you're talking about in practice a couple weekends back, and I'm not going to use this spot here to promo the actual bands, but it was a little bit of a younger group of groups, but it was 3 bands on a bill, and what the venue, it was at the Pittsburgh Mix was the venue, and what they arranged was the owner did exactly what you're talking about. She put up the tickets, she did all the printing, all that stuff, and she gave each band 100 tickets, and then basically said, you go out and sell these tickets to your fans for whatever you want to, and you keep 100% of the proceeds. And so that way, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, it puts a little bit of the onus on the musician to do a little bit of work, you know, getting out there and getting after it to sell those tickets. But they actually did, all the bands that played at that bill did very well. And not only did they do very well financially for their hour and 15 minutes, I love the point that you made saying that when you've got a multiple bill like that, you got a little less work because you're playing maybe an hour and a half instead of your regular 4 hours, you know? And not only did the bands do better money-wise than they normally would have done, but also the venue was packed because they had the crowds from all 3 of those acts. Sure. So basically everything that you're saying I saw in practice, and it was pretty impressive. One thing I'm curious about, and I know, Billy, that your band is a very well-known band and a very popular band in the area. Do you work primarily with promoters around the area, or do you do both? Do you book things on your own? But as far as these multiple bills you're talking about, are you thinking to kind of do this more on a personal level, networking with other groups, or do it through promotions? I know you do both, but...
To answer your question, you know, when we first started this band about almost 3 years ago, we did a lot of the legwork, and as you stay hungry and you really bring it each time, now we're working with a lot of promoters. I would like, if anybody's tuning in today and likes what I'm saying, you're welcome to inbox me, and I'll start taking names and reaching out and working together. It is going to be a work in progress, you know. But yes, I use promoters. I use Jane. We love her. Rich Rubin, Tom White, several. We're getting all over Florida, and I'm real grateful for that. I'm real grateful for the people who support us that has allowed SCC to grow like we have. It's rewarding, and I thank you for it. And we can do that with all the other talent that's out here. There's amazing talent down here. And, you know, inbox me on my page and say, hey, you want to be a part of it. And if there's bar owners tuning in, or festivals, or anybody who's putting together rallies, please, your input is very important because you have your side of it. I'm talking from a musician. You know, my wife is on the other side of it, so we're playing devil's advocate with each other of how it can be justifiable for both sides. So
when you say your wife is on the other side, is she does she own a place?
Yeah, she's over at Jackson's nightclub. She's a big promoter in Tampa Bay, And she, you know, we play there, you know, once a season, and you know, Jackson's in its own draws a big crowd. We're doing art on the water there, and you know, she's like, "Wait, look, what if I were to give you such and such from the bar? Well, you bring in 5 bands, but whatever it is what it is." So you know, and you know, I don't have details yet. I just have ideas, but we can get to the details, and that's what's important. Is that we start this and you put out what you think, and then we negotiate it to where, you know, trial and error. We start running this, but what will happen without a doubt is I'm going to bring people to my show. I got loyal people that come out, and again, I thank you for it. And I know there's some other acts around town that do too. So just by doing this, the bar owner or festival holder or rally booker immediately triples their audience, let alone who's going to come just because it's their place and the way we advertise it, you know. And so it's a win-win-win if we can just get to the core of it. And if we do it constantly for this whole year and we start this up, you will be surprised how much more live music gets seen and how many more people get involved, and what a bigger family we create here down in this area.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's funny. We were, Billy and I talked on the phone a little bit earlier this week, and we were just kind of, excuse me, chatting about the kind of the changing face of music in general a little bit. Some of the, you know, the DJs and things like that. And but Billy made a good point. He said, you know, I still like going out. I like seeing live performers actually playing their instruments and putting on a little bit of a show. Yeah. And I agree with him. And I think there's still a great audience out there. There always will be. It's just a matter of, you know, the economy's down and people complain about that. But it's a matter of, you know, creating a value for whatever somebody's going out there looking for. And I think you're absolutely on the right track. Of what you're talking about. So I think it's a great thing. I'll tell you what, Billy's going to tell you about some of the shows he's got coming up here shortly, but what I'd like to do now is maybe play a track off the album and let you guys hear a little bit of this.
That'd be great.
And this is going to be the second track off his album, Lay It Down, which is that the newest thing that's out?
That is the newest thing we got right now.
And the song is called Living This Long.
Let her rip.
Billy McKnight, the Soul Circus Cowboys.
If you'd asked me about 10 years ago where I'd be today, I'd have probably sit on the wrong side of the grass. Just laugh. Had a Ford out, small block 427 under a T
Well, damn, guys, that sounded real good.
Those are lived lyrics.
That was Living This Long from Billy McKnight, the Soul Circus Cowboys. Our guest this week in the studio. So once again, we're talking about...
Oh, yeah,
we know.
she's got him.
And we're talking about how we can improve things on the local level and maybe put together some multiple act shows and things like that. Billy, tell us a little bit more about your thoughts on the subject, and while you're at it, maybe just promo some events that you've got coming up here soon, and just in general. Like I said, this is you guys' hour, so feel free to just chat about kind of whatever's on your mind.
Awesome. Well, if you'd like to see our calendar, you can easily see it at soulcircuscowboys.com. We do have a really good weekend this weekend. We play at High Octane. That's in Homosassa, Florida, Friday night. Saturday, we're at a really fun place on John's Pass called Gators. Love it there. Good crowd. And Sunday, we're doing a huge event with some great talent like I've been talking about all day. We got Charlie Hotel, the Black Honkies, ourselves, and to close it up is Greg Billings. And that's Superfest on Davis Island right before the Super Bowl. We've got TVs, food, kid-friendly. Just an all-day event before the game. If you're looking for somewhere to go for a really nice Super Bowl event, please tune in there and check us all out. Real excited about that. We're growing. We're growing pretty fast. I'm real proud of my guys. They're hard workers, and we come to each new gig that we get, and we're getting them all the time, and bring everything we have and don't leave anything on the table, and so we're building families, with the people we're working with. And again, if bar owners, club owners, anybody putting together festivals are tuning in, please message me or call in now and give me your side of it. Corey, I know you just text me, but it's not clear with the text. Please call in because you know what you're talking about on that end. And it's my goal because I'm from here to recreate a Tampa Bay, St. Pete, Clearwater live scene here. I think the talent's here. There is so many different genres of music. And you know how much fun it is for us to play with a blues band or a classic rock band or a funk band. And then we're a southern rock band and all that mixture. And then the audiences that you see them, and if we're playing with a classic rock band, you see who's liking them, and then our music filters over, and it's very rewarding to share the stage with good talent, and it makes it better for everybody. I can say that with confidence because I've been doing it, and every time I share the stage with these great other bands, the crowd's better, they're into it more, and the person who puts on that show is very, very pleased, and we've got to start doing more of that. If you're a small corner bar, I won't mention any names because I don't want to get fired by saying the wrong thing, but if you're a small bar that has music Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night, and you have one band on Friday, one band on Saturday, and draw, think about if you brought in two bands and you found a way for the audiences to help pay, whether it be because of the amount of food or booze you sell. There's got to be a way that by bringing two bands in on that Friday night versus one, you bring two audiences in, and those details will have to be worked out. But no matter what, you are bringing more people to your room that night, and it's just a matter of working out. If you're paying such and such dollars to have a host a band that night, you go up a little bit and find a way. Now, maybe the band takes a little less, or you work with it to.
Hello.
Yeah, hi, who's this?
This is Billy's wife.
Oh, boy.
Oh, hi, Billy's wife.
That's Corey.
Hi, Corey.
Hi.
How you
Go right
doing,
ahead.
Billy?
Hi, how are you?
Tell them what you were thinking as I was driving over here from your end. You've been doing this a very long time at many places, and you got a beat on it from your side of the fence. Explain it a little bit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead and explain
Can you hear
explain your side of it, being from a bar owner and what you do and how you've hired in acts and what your point of view looking into it is.
There's a little bit of a 4-second delay, so just
Well, I've owned my own place in Tampa for many years. And when the economy was better, it was justifiable to pay the bands what they were asking.
Corey, are you having a hard time hearing us?
I'm not having a hard time. There's a delay for some reason.
Yeah, there's about a 4-second delay. It's kind of annoying, I know.
I'll hang up and call.
Why don't you try that?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, while we're at the phone call thing here, I just want to throw this number out there in case anybody listening or tuned in right now wants to call in. The number here is 727-597-4022, and hopefully Corey will call us back. There is a little bit, if you call in, there's about a 4-second delay, which is kind of hard to figure out, so just be prepared for that.
And also, Mark, you know, I have a lot of, you know, Facebook has done wonders for us. I'm pro Facebook or any social media. It's a really good way to get out there. If I have any of our friends listening in, thank you, and please call in and just, you know, just say hello if you want to. But I'd like to bring attention to this show. I think this show is great for our area to communicate, and Mark and them are doing a great job of getting it out there, and let's bring it together. And so please just call in, even if it's just to say hi, and we'll see you this weekend.
Hi, who's this? Is this Corey again?
Yes, it is.
Go right ahead, Corey.
So it might be a little bit easier if some bands get together and maybe take the gate, and then the owners of the bar could possibly give them a bonus depending on the sales. That might be one way to make it work.
I think that if you have multiple bands coming to the same venue, also for the people who are going out to see live music, that asking for admission price is better for everybody because you're paying for quality entertainment. You know you're going to have quality entertainment, and you got to have a way to get the bands that are going to be quality paid because, you know, if they're not rehearsed and they can't afford to be rehearsed, then everybody loses. So you know, there's most of the shows we do are free. And that's great, you know, because we have audiences and they, you know, the money's tight everywhere. But if you're putting together shows at a place with 3 really great bands and there's a small fee to come in here and hear it, wow, you're gonna get the bang from your buck, and it's gonna be better. And the bands that show up there are gonna be able to afford to be rehearsed tight and bring you what you want on a Friday, Saturday, or a Thursday, whenever. You know?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And I got to say, you know, Corey, you may want to turn your computer down just to let you know. Okay. Well, we got another phone call, and then I'll get back to my point there that Billy was saying. Yeah, hi. Who's there?
This is Ernie from Tampa.
Hi, Ernie. You got a question for Billy?
Actually, I just noticed on Facebook they were streaming, and I called. I don't know if he already. I saw them at the Hard Rock Cafe, and I wanted to say that I heard a new song because I have their CD. Mm-hmm. But I heard a song at the Hard Rock Cafe recently that they did, and I didn't catch. I hope they either play it now or talk about when the release of the new song or something so I could get it.
Well, you're on live with Billy right now. Go ahead and ask him.
Thank you, Ernie, and we appreciate you coming out all the time. I believe the latest song that we haven't recorded yet is "If You're Gonna Leave," and unfortunately, I don't think I can sing that one. It's very at the top of my register. I will be performing a couple songs that are just a little lower, but you can expect to hear that song on our new stuff coming up in the spring. And I'm very happy that you like that song. It's a good sign for us. I appreciate your call.
I'll be looking for it.
Thanks, Ernie.
Thanks, man. Just back to what I was saying when Corey was talking about you know, giving the band the gate, and then you talking about playing most of your shows for free. You know, I ran into a situation with somebody the other day, and it was, the whole Kickstarter thing is give or take. I don't know whether I'm for it or not, you know, begging for money and for projects and things and that. But there was somebody that was asking for some money, and then I was out at a club, and some people were complaining that they were doing such a thing. But then I think to myself, well, how many times have you gone, you love this band, that you support the band, you're out seeing them all the time, but how many times have you gone out to see them for free?
Yeah.
You know, you've seen them multiple times for free. You know, not money that's gone in their pocket per se. Yet the minute that they ask for $5, $10 to help do something, they all of a sudden are real greedy. And I think that really what it comes down to is the consumer or the music fan that goes out to these clubs sometimes has to consider, you get what you pay for a little bit. And that's not to belittle anybody that's out trying to play music and doing what they love. But the fact of the matter is we've gotten away because of the economy from covers at a lot of bars and things like that. And I think really that's a way to maybe, as long as it's kept reasonable, to maybe, there's a fine line, but a way to make things a little bit better, to maybe get back to that a little bit.
Yeah.
In different forms even.
I agree with you. And, I have to say, just to my fans, I have very good fans, very loyal fans. And when we do have shows with a cover, they still come out, and that's very appreciative. But that being said, for me and our project, if we're getting new people coming out and paying a cover, I'm willing to give away downloads. I'm willing to make deals on our CD or T-shirts. For me as an artist and also a songwriter and going out here and working my guys who work very hard, and the other bands that we know personally and that we don't know that we see working out there, it's important to grow this community. And so if there's fans out there and they got an opinion about it, call and let me know what we can do to bring it to you, because if we give away something on our CD or we give away a shirt and you guys come and pay a cover because it's a bigger show, it's all good. Everybody wins and it helps everything. Yes.
I mean, you see it with us at Jackson's. We're one of the only venues in town that charges a cover, but we put on a big show.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people come. We consistently put on a big show, and I think that if people get used to seeing, 2 or 3 really good bands in one venue, it might start small, but they're going to know, hey, when I go to this venue or these venues and there's 3 great bands playing, I'm getting my money's worth.
Yeah.
And they don't feel bad spending it.
Right. Because the economy's been tough on everybody. It certainly has, but that's a really good point. You want to go out and go see a show for very, very little money for 3 good bands, and let's all talk about this and get this thing started.
Agreed. Hey, I got to jump in. Terry's sitting over there with his guitar, and just this is a little bit of selfishness on my part, but being a guitar player, Terry, you mind telling us a little bit about your history, your career playing with different people, and just, what you've done guitar playing wise in the past, things like that? Because I can't wait to hear you play. I heard you noodling around a little bit earlier, and it's going to be pretty badass.
All my guys are good.
Yeah, I know. But
sure.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Kingston, New York, and I started playing when I was about 8 years old. My mom played guitar, so she started teaching me a little bit. And she also sang, so she taught me a little bit about singing. But I ended up going to a conservatory of music. It was called Kingston Conservatory of Music. I was there for probably 8 years.
Wow.
Throughout. I think I finally stopped when I was about 16. And it's amazing because I learned a lot of music, and a lot of guitar players don't. Normally they just kind of listen to recordings, but it helps you. When you're playing in a really good project, you have to actually know some music. So that's pretty much it. I've done a lot of opening acts for different people. I've been playing for a long, long time.
Yeah.
I started in a Elvis tribute band when I was about 12.
Wow.
And I've been playing ever since. I've done several different road tours. I've opened up for probably 40 artists, guys like Justin Moore and Lee Brice, and pretty big artists.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Hi there.
Hey, how you doing?
Who's on the line?
This is Rick with Chrome Rock Band.
Hey, Rick. How you doing, man?
What's up, Rick?
What's happening?
Go right ahead, Rick.
Hey, let me lower the volume here. Hold on. Sorry about that.
That delay is annoying.
Listening to your show here, and Billy, I totally agree with what you're saying. I think what we've been doing with Chrome is it's been working out really well with us. We invite other pro guest musicians to come up and just jam with us. They sing with us. They get up on stage and do their thing, maybe for 3 or 4 songs or whatever. We usually do it between the second and third set, somewhere in that range. And they bring out their friends. So the club, it's kind of a win-win situation. They have a great time. They bring friends out there. The club owner gets more people in the bar. They don't have to pay extra for more musicians or another band or anything like that. And it's been really working well for us. It's networking, and it turns into a big party. Some club owners, I've run into this before where they just want you to, they hired you, so they just want you to play. So you kind of got to make sure they understand it up front that, that if you want to do that. But for the most part, it's been working out great, and we love it, and we have a great time.
Yeah, and what you just said is just proof right now. Now, although they're coming in as guests, they're bringing fans, and the people are getting into it more. So since we know that that's working, and the people that are coming out to watch the shows are enjoying it, imagine if we took it the next step further and had it planned, and we were all doing our promoting and letting you know, hey, we're Soul Circus Cowboys are going to be with Chrome, and we're going to play at this venue, and then the owners know it, and then wow, it's planned, so we triple our audiences. So, but just the fact that you said when you have the guests come up there that everybody's liking it and it's win-win is backing up what my point is here today about growing our scene here in Tampa Bay.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we get guest singers like just last weekend we had Rick Argo. He's a lead singer for Higher Ground.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and Christopher Mulholland, Christy Blue, they all come up. Eddie Keffel, he's a good friend of mine. He's the sales manager over at Sam Ash in Tampa. He got up and played on the drums, and I'm the drummer, and it's great. We all have a good time. We put the egos aside and just do it for the music, and have a great time.
Yeah. That's the way it's got to be. Forget about the egos. Music is the gateway to love, brother.
Yeah. But anyway, you guys are awesome, man. I love your music.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling, Rick.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Tell you what, you guys feel like doing something here in the studio live?
Sure.
All right. I'm going to ask Adam, our engineer out there, do me a favor, Adam. If anybody calls during this, let's just put them on hold if we can, or ask them to call back, okay, so that you guys can go ahead and get through this. And also, I'm sorry to cut you short when we were talking there. The phone calls are a little bit hit or miss.
It's all right.
All right. I'm going to let Billy just tell you exactly what he's going to do.
All right. Well, I'm no spring chicken here, so I've had the chance to make some bad mistakes and walk on the go down that wrong road. And I wrote a song about it, about getting back on track, and it's on our CD, and it's called "I'm Still Here." I've been 2,000 miles down the wrong road. I went places never meant to go. I was in such a hurry, going nowhere fast. Made a lot of wrong turns, couldn't find my way back. You can't outrun the choices you make. I'm lucky I learned from my mistakes. When you dance with the devil, you get what you get. It's true. I've done a lot of things that I regret. When you throw away all you love, there's nothing left to fear. By the grace of God, I'm still here. The trouble with trouble is it starts as fun, leaves you amazed at the things you've done. The hearts I burn, the pain I caused, I never meant to hurt them, I was just lost. By the time I turned my life around, well, it's a long way up when you're so far down. When you dance with the devil, you get what you get. It's true. I've done a lot of things that I regret. When you throw away all you love, there's nothing left to fear. By the grace of God, I'm still here. Yeah, I'm still here, baby.
when you dance with the devil, you get what you get. It's true. I've done a lot of things that I regret. When you throw away all you love, there's nothing left to fear. By the grace of God, I'm still here. By the grace of God, I'm still here.
Wow. Awesome, guys.
Thanks.
That's Billy McKnight and Terry Cole from the Soul Circus Cowboys. And they are still here. And I got to tell you, man, I love that line, the trouble with trouble is it starts as fun.
Doesn't it, though?
Boy, oh, God almighty.
The next thing you know, you're in handcuffs.
Yeah, story of my life.
That stinks.
Oh, that sounded great, guys. I got to tell you. That's the first time on the show we've actually had performers play live in here, and that was impressive.
Oh, thank you.
That was great.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Boy, I'm speechless after that, man. That sounded great. I jotted down a couple questions here to kind of keep the thing moving along on the subject we're talking about. But, you know, we're talking about multiple bills. I think you kind of already answered the question. And a great example is that Super Bowl party you guys are doing this weekend, which is a huge – I saw that, and, I mean, that's a huge event in my mind. I know the Greg Billings Band goes all the way back to my youth when, the Stranger and –
yeah, I'm a fan of theirs.
Yeah, a huge fan of that band. Mm-hmm. And and I look at that bill, and there's got you guys and Greg Billings and the Black Honkies, and there's one other band.
Charlie Hotel.
Okay, that pretty much covers a lot of ground there with those bands.
I get to see the Black Honkies for the first time, and I can't wait.
I've heard such good things about them, man. They're supposed to be just a big party.
Can't wait.
Yeah. But so I guess my question was multiple genres, and I'm even thinking for perhaps some of the younger bands that are out there, maybe just getting together and getting their projects off the ground. If you got any advice for them, perhaps
if you're a younger band and you are trying to get off the ground, of course, be well rehearsed. There's a lot of proving yourself when you start in this business, but it would be smart to kind of follow what I'm saying here. Find a band who's booked heavily. Offer yourself to open for them to get seen by their crowd and get seen by the owner of it and the staff. Do you know how many times we go out to impress the staff? Because the staff, the bartenders, the servers, the people cooking your food, the people, the bar backs, everybody, they hear music nonstop there. And look, go up and talk to them and say hello to them, ask them what they want to hear, and get in, because this is our neighborhood here, and this is where we're growing from and where we're performing from. And if you grow from here and you get onto a regional level, you get onto a national level, believe me, it all started right here in your backyard. So, nobody just wakes up and becomes a national artist. A
lot of work involved.
It is. It's not overnight, although sometimes it seems like it is. So right now, what you're doing in the now, in the present, with the people you're doing it with, they deserve your respect, and you can grow. Staff people are a big part of furthering work, because the entertainers industry, they all talk, and I know, because usually I'm sitting with them. So
yeah, that's true. I think paying attention to staff at places and showing just going a little bit extra mile. I think I don't know. To me, it almost comes as second nature. I mean, I was in that situation Sunday at the place I was, and I have a tendency to gravitate to kind of, the waitresses and the cook or the guy bussing the table or whatever, just saying, hey, how you doing, and just chatting. But I think I agree with you. That goes a long way, because, like you said, those guys get a little bit jaded if they're seeing a band every night of the week, and it just all starts to sound the same. Right. Maybe if you have a nice conversation with a particular person, it may stick in their mind, and next time something comes up, because you never know when that waitress might be running the joint.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll tell you what, I would really like to hear these guys do another song in the studio here. Would you mind?
Sure.
I know I'm putting you on the spot with that, and Billy was saying before we got on the air here that they've been on about a 5-day run, so his voice is not.
I can't do any of our big vocal songs. We were fortunate. We started Wednesday night, and it ended yesterday at Quaker Steak and Lube. Let me give a shout out to them and Tony from Full Throttle Magazine, and They put on a great event, and it ended there. But we're all a little tired, and so we'll do some of our more mellow stuff. I hope you like them just as well. And this next one is called "You're the Reason I Breathe." I had the opportunity to go to Bozeman, Montana, a beautiful place, and really brought out some lyrics in me, and I'm proud of this song. And here it goes. Let me get a sip of water. "2 years, 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days. 1 more minute before I go out of my mind. We met, fell in love, had it all, now it's gone. I'll never get that lucky a second time. You're the one I got used to. Now I don't know how I'll live without you. We were meant to be together forever and forever, and I can't tell you what you mean to me. We were made for one another, and with you I discovered you're way more than a lover. You're the reason I breathe. Get up, grab a bite, go to work, it's alright. Keeps my mind off the two of us. But every time that phone rings, I swear to God I think the same thing. I hope it's you when I pick up, but you quit calling. Without you to lean on, I feel like I'm falling. We were meant to be together forever and forever, and I can't tell you what you mean to me. We were made for one another. With you I discovered you're way more than a lover. You're the reason I breathe. There's a weight on my chest. I carry you with me wherever I go. I can't believe that I made such a mess. It took me so long to know we were meant to be together forever and forever, and I can't tell you what you mean to me. We were made for one another. With you I discovered you're way more than a lover. You're the reason I breathe. The reason I breathe. 2 years, 4 months, 3 weeks, and 2 days. 1 more minute before I go out of my mind. It's a love song.
Man, beautiful, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what. That's some good stuff, fellas.
Appreciate it.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Anybody out there want to talk to Billy or Terry or anybody, please call in and with any questions. Once again, not being a professional radio guy, that's the first time I've actually had some great musicians sitting in the studio with me, and I get to hear this right in the headphones, and it sounds good. That's a big thumbs up.
No, thank you very much.
Let's see here.
If you don't mind, we're fortunate, and we got picked up by GAC. If you're a diehard country fan, you'll know what GAC is. It's Great American Country music video service, and our song "Lay It Down" got picked up by it, and I'd like to have a chance to spin that one. So in case you're first-time viewers, you can go check it out, and we'll come back, maybe sing another one or answer some more questions.
Sure. Is there a particular link or anywhere they can go to watch this? video?
Yeah,
I wish we
yeah.
had a copy of it. We could play it.
I would love that too. You can go to our website has it at soulcircuscowboys.com, and if you're Facebook friendly, it's our fan page at Soul Circus Cowboys. And if you listen to the show, please type in and let us know that you heard it, and we'll spin the song now. But the video is really strong. We did it up in Nashville. A good friend of mine, Chuck Jones, was a director. He did a fantastic job. We're really proud of it, and it got our name out there for 2012 all over the nation, and now we're on to we've got a big producer in Frank J. Myers, and the songs that we're about to cut are flat out amazing with another video, and it'll just grow our presence. And we're real happy to be in this position, and I can't thank the people that support us enough for us to be even just sitting here and playing our music and knowing that you guys are going to come out this weekend and let the good times roll.
Cool, man.
It's track number 3.
It's number 3. Adam, we have number 3 off the album, please. Once again, this is the Soul Circus Cowboys.
I see you holding on to the past and you're squeezing it. Every broken piece of your heart and you're bleeding it. Like shattered glass in the palm of your hand.
We're almost.
Hold tight to a dear old friend. Well, it ain't a friend. And I say, oh,
I'm just getting over it. I had a really
so
good
lay it down. Oh. I know that she was your world, yeah, that girl was your everything. And I know when she left how it felt like she took all your breath away. I agree, it's the hardest thing you'll ever have to do. Oh, but you got to, and I say, oh, let it go, give it up, lay it down, oh, let it be, so love can come around, ain't no thing set it free, can't you see there are thorns on that ground. The sun is shining right there. There's a light without this dark and hollow. All this pain and sorrow, I believe it's at your fingertips if you can just move on. Oh, let it go, give it up, lay it down. Oh, can't you see there are thorns on that ground? So lay it down. No. Lay it down.
All right, we're back on the air here. I hope we weren't on the air all the way through that. I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be kind of comical, then.
But yeah, with my big mouth. But once again, that was Billy McKnight and Soul Circus Cowboys. That was a beautiful song. You said there's a video available.
There is. There's
for
a
that.
video out there, and if you want to go check us out on our fan page or our website, soulcircuscowboys.com, or if you're in front of the TV long enough, it'll probably roll through GAC. We're real happy, and And you know, it got us a good presence out there. So we get to play a lot of rooms. We're doing Bike Week with this band this year in March, and really happy about that. And thanks, Rich Rubin, if you're tuning in. He got us the whole weekend out there, and you know, just get to go over Daytona and play in front of thousands, and that's always a good time.
Nice.
You know,
I'll tell you what. Like we were talking about in the song, hopefully not on the air,
right?
But you know, I think we've gotten the point across on the networking thing, and I think you made some great points. And I'd like to. We've got about 10 minutes left here. Let's just spend it with your music. So if you guys want to do another song live, feel free. And we may be able to get another one off the CD, and we'll just close it out that way.
Yeah, it'd probably be better for the people listening.
Yeah. Just a few quick things. I want to thank our sponsors once again, GoTonight.com, Sherry Englehart and Don McKeon. Obviously, thank you guys for all your help.
Right.
Jane's World Entertainment, Jane McKee, thank you, ma'am, for all your help. She was a guest on here last week, and she's a big promoter around the area. And Billy McKnight and the Soul Circus Cowboys, also sponsors here. And we want to just thank you guys for coming in today, and thank you for supporting us.
Well, you're welcome. I like what you're doing here.
I appreciate it.
Again, what you're doing is helping bring a scene to this area, and that's very important for us all, and it's just better for everybody. So I'm pro GoTonight.com, and
right
let's
on.
do it.
Okay, and what do you guys feel like doing?
You want to sing something else? What do we got? What's something easy I can do? Hard to handle?
Is that easy?
We'll do one. I'm gonna have to back up because I'm gonna have to do a little screaming. But this is the latest song I've written for this record, and I'm gonna dedicate it to my wife, Corey. I hope all you gentlemen have a woman who's hard to handle but easy to hold. It seems like yesterday I started on my way down this rough and reckless road, on a string of one-night stands with no promises and no demands, where true love never goes. And like a vision she came to me. She was born to the spirit of a fantasy, with the heart of a gypsy down in her soul. She's a spark to the fire on the gasoline. She ignites the desire burning deep in me. Her love's like a rock that makes me roll. Don't cling too tight or you'll feel the sting, like the thorns of a wild rose. She's hard to handle but easy to hold. Look in the mirror, what do I see? Her reflection looking back at me. Could it be we're two of a kind? The way she thinks, the way she breathes, it's like she's something inside of me. She's nobody's fool, and she's mine. She's a spark to the fire on the gasoline. She ignites the desire burning deep in me. Her love's like a rock that makes me roll. Don't cling too tight or you feel the sting, like the thorns of a wild rose. She's hard to handle but easy to hold. She's hard to handle but easy to hold. So easy to hold. That's a short version of it.
Nice, guys. Thank you. Well, we're drawing down on the end of the show here, and once again, I just want to thank you, fellas, for coming in here. And
thank you for having us.
Get out this weekend and see these guys. Where is that show? The Sunday Super Bowl?
That
deal?
is right at the mouth of Davis Island, Fountain Square. Big production. It starts, I think it said 12 to 10. Just to let you know, there's going to be food, drinks, vendors everywhere. It's family friendly. They really put the effort. Thank you, Jane, for letting the Soul Circus Cowboys be a part of it, and all the bands we're playing with. Man, it's an honor to be sharing the stage with you guys. It's going to be a really big event, and of course the game will be on. The TVs will be running, so it's like all in one. You got everything you want: food, live music, and the football league. So come on out.
Sounds awesome, man. Sounds like the place to be, if you ask me.
Place to be.
Well, once again, everybody, I want to thank you for tuning in here. I hope you got some good information. I think basically it's all about networking and using the technology that's available now. The social network's amazing what you can get out there now and do on your own compared to not many years ago. And if you're a young band, get out there, try and network with your buddies, put together shows together, and try and think of creative ways to maybe come up with a way to approach these venues that's advantageous to both yourselves and them. Just you have to remember that as a lot of musicians are complaining, but you got to remember these venues are there to make a profit. They're a business. They're not there for you to come in and play your guitar. Although that's that's where we do it, but there's other things at play here. And I'll tell you what, we really are coming down to the wire here, right, Adam? We're gonna go ahead and close out the show. And why don't you pick one song off the CD there, Billy, and we'll go ahead and just let that play us right out.
You know what? I'm gonna pick our theme song called "Cowboy Tattooed Attitude." It's our first track on the CD.
All right.
Thank you guys for having us. Peace.
Yeah. All right. We'll see y'all next week. Thanks for tuning in.
The circus is in town. Another high wire act for me and my rock and roll clowns. The night heats up as the sun goes down. Boot heel stomp to that thundering sound. Spotlight shines on our gypsy soul. Hold on tight, 'cause here we go. We got it all inside for you. Trapeze acts and country blues. Freaky gigs where the party never stops. No, it don't stop. We'll pitch our tent on sacred ground. Our soul revivals come to town. Welcome to the big top of the cowboy tattooed attitude. She's a bareback rider in her cut-off jeans. A little buckle bunny busting out of the seams. A hairband refugee dressed in black. He's finally gone country and he ain't coming back. He ain't the kind of country like down on the farm. It's a cheating heart tattooed on his arm.